too many plays. I don't even play.
Out of my way.
Get out of my way.
Out of my way.
Out of my way.
All my friends coming with all they friends, and we get active, yeah. We get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black, my eyes bloodshot red. I'm ready right now. Don't run your mouth too quick. Let's get it. Stop talking. One way, my way, my way, my way, my way, my way.
Don't make me rap, you get your talking out my face. It's in my mind, willing, it's in my DNA. I gotta get it, I don't know no other way. Get out my way. This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tricky. Tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kinda curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early. These girls are really. All they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is it, B? It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time. And in the city, it's a pity, cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is it, D? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky, huh? When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, phone keep ringing, cause I make up a rhyme. I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far. A girl named Carol follows Daryl every gig we play. Then she dissed her and dismissed her, now she's shocking Jay. I ain't lying, girls be crying, cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father, cause he's down with me. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is that? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. We don't use assume on your own. They all fuck up and lots, but we just leave it alone. It's like that, y'all. But we don't quit. You keep on rock shot, cause this is it. I got places to go. People to see, time is precious. I look at my Cartier out of control. Just like my mind where I'm going. The women, the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming. My pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot cause we ballin' and spittin' up every hour. Look mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goodies power.
the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Prime Time on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewer. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there, but we don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your preparation. But, yeah, that healthy team is usually the better team as well.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down now. Ball at the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Herbert now off the play fake. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line.
2nd down and 10.
A play fake. Now Herbert's a throw. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. So out had the Raiders for their first possession, bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida. A super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 25. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Gets this one to Gadsden. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Herbert on first down. Hits him on the out route. And this one does not go far.
Complete to number 8.
Second down now, 7 to go.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 46-yard line.
It's Herbert once more. Completed over the middle. Still has some space inside the 35. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
It's a gain of 48 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Brown on the inside give. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Brings up second.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you'd want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Herbert from the gun. Willis Cox.
As quarterback, when you have an out-route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy can turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Third and goal. Here's Herbert. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers cut it to a lower point on the scoreboard. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fields this one at the 3. The Raiders and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. Richardson from his own end zone. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it deep downfield. And he is down inside the 35-yard line. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Richardson on first and 10. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Chargers getting set. First and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26. Back to the air. Herbert. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
From the contact.
I can promise you that is a throw as a quarterback. When it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Now Herbert again. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Running behind center with Harris. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
More yards.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. Will make his way through for a pick of a 4. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Brings up second and 5.
Black 80, black.
To throw, Herbert. Nice caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Chargers make it a 1-point game. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Has this at the 6. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. On first down, it's Richardson. Complete over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right as he reaches that 20-yard line. And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward. That's complete inside the 35. And that is a touchdown.
To number 81.
The Raiders just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Chargers 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. Fields this one at the 3. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
22-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Give on second, it's Brown. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
24-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up third and 8.
Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Incomplete.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 4th and long. He fields this at the 18. And who knows what was going on there as he's finally brought down for a huge loss. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Back to the air, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have this one up to about the 17-yard line. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. 21-14, our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Still going through the 25. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Finds a seam down the middle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. Just gets down inside the 35-yard line.
33 yards on the play.
They'll throw again. Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Richardson to throw again. Hits it through the middle. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a game down to the 1. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Richardson fires quickly out wide. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders take a 13-point lead. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders double their lead to 14.
Chargers 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
And 12 yards to go.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He's got to go back for this one. Great punt. Fair caught at the 6. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them. They connect on the deep shot. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage.
The kicker on for the extra point.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
Chargers 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now L.A. getting its offense all set to go. They're down 21 now after that last score, and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Gets this one to Gadsden. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Complete to
2nd and 6 coming up here.
The second. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. And down he goes. Raiders got it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Set. Delta, set.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. That one's good to McConkey. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now Herbert to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
2nd and 10 now, Herbert. Going to the left side, and Johnston has it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Raiders have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. All the left side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
1st down, Las Vegas.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Going to let this one fly deep downfield. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Richardson to throw. He's looking deep once again. He's got it in close. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Touchdown, Raiders.
The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again.
Chargers, 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Hits him on the out route. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Black 80, black.
Johnson finds the football complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Read option on 1st down. He's going to keep it. Get some space around midfield. There he goes again. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers chop some of the lead off before the half. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. His third total score in this game.
Hey, we know it's hard for running backs to get runs like that in the open field and find pay dirt from that distance. Even more rare to see a QB get it done. I don't think that'll be the last time he totes it.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Chargers 21.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away.
For the Chargers.
Returning it from the 4. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Richardson. Completed over the middle. They'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Catch made over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. 1st down from the 41. And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. And he put everything he's got behind it. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away.
Offside. Defense.
They got to the end zone with that free play partner, so they will, of course, decline the offsides and take those points. Here we go. Pete Carroll getting his offense set to try for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
It's gone! And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead.
Raiders 50.
All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Herbert on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Herbert now off the play fake. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're going to face 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner. And throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Intended for Chase Brown.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Jack Fox on the punt.
Formation.
And he's been getting all of it every time out. We'll get it at the 9. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. So Coach Pete Carroll ushers his Raider offense back to the field. They are running away with this one, so probably content to just take this into the locker room. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still first down.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still first down.
Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for second.
Brings up second and long.
Richardson finds him over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Okay, ready?
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
It's 15.
3rd and long for him here.
3rd down.
Finds the in route complete. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First down, Las Vegas.
Throwing again, Richardson. Gets him on the in route. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's it, second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still second down.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still second down.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. All right, here we go. Second down. They'll throw again. Richardson. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down. He'll throw it. That one's complete over the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, one play remaining in this half. Now the Raiders ready in for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. So one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We are into Week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. Our trip through the NFL starts now. In the Windy City, the Bears at home to take on the Commanders. And it's the veteran, Terry McLaurin. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. 77 yards for the touchdown. The Commanders are going to come away with the victory. They win it by 3 scores. Next up, let's go out to Glendale, Arizona, checking in on the Cardinals as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And it's Brock Purdy. On target with that one, he had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills taking on the Cleveland Browns. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The Browns will not finish the year winless. Congratulations to them and their fans. It was quite a wait, but they get their first win. With that, let's take a look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL this past weekend. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. So Coach Pete Carroll ushers his Raider offense back to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Richardson. Trying for the deep ball. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still second down.
So that delay backs him up 5. Now 2nd and 15 to go.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Ready, ready.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hot 70, hot 70.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 3rd down.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still 3rd down.
Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's 3rd and even longer now. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play. And then all of a sudden, in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately, there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
And this isn't going to help things following that safety as the free kick winds up out of bounds. So they'll accept the miscue and take that flag. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
They've got first down here from the 36.
And the Chargers, first down.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route complete. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15.
A gain of
22 out of that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone. Things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. It's Herbert once more. He had it for a moment, but great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Rondé Gadsden the second on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Dicker connects there. And that brings it back within 3 scores at least. The gap's now 24.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he cuts it back right. He's off to the races. Cuts it right sideline, and there's daylight. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders trying to end this before the final quarter. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead.
Chargers 26.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Heads out on the bootleg. On him quick, and they bring it down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see here. 2nd and 19.
Set. Ready.
Herbert back to throw. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that. He's there for the interception. Quay Walker in to pick it off.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Ready. 19 Tiger. Ready.
They'll run here on 1st down. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 35-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Chargers sending out a dime look here ahead of this 3rd down.
Go.
Another carry for him. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up. And he's certainly given us a performance worthy of these primetime lights. This is now a 100-yard game that he's put together.
1st down, Raiders.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Back to the well again. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay.
Delayed game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 2nd down.
Okay, ready?
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Running it after the penalty. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Cougar 19.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still third down.
Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's third and even longer now.
Ready. Viking 18. Ready, right?
They give it to him again. And the gain's good there, partner. A nice 7-yard effort, but they're still well short, and this is going to be fourth down.
At the 15-yard line. A gain of 7, but it's fourth down.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Raiders ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. The Raiders settling for 3 as they send the field goal unit out. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Into the hands of Gadsden. Complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Brown on the carry. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They bring Johnston in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. Second down.
Number 1, Quentin Johnston. Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 9.
Send the tight end in motion.
Second and 1.
This is Harris on second down. He's still going at the 30. They gained 11 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. Third down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Third down, give to Brown. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
And the Chargers, first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Go.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Brings up second and goal.
Herbert from the gun. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. Third and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here.
Third and goal.
Cap it. Let's go.
Herbert now. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers putting up points at a game decided. Brad McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra points. And the Chargers take a molehill off that mountain as they still trail by 27.
Chargers 33.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4.
The Raiders take over first.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Get it. Ready.
Here's the handoff. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
28, the ball carrier. Brought down.
Offense in the hurry up here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
And they fake the strike. They're going to throw it. They are fooled by that big spike. They kept charging and got there to take him down.
Richardson sacked. A loss of 4 yards. And it's third down. Third and 7.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Raiders getting closer to a 7-0 start. Chargers are going to opt for a 5th DB, third down.
Unlock. Come on. Go.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like old in the stat sheet when you look back on it. But these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
First down, and they go right back to it. A nice little run there, gets him 5. Second down upcoming.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5. At the 34-yard line.
Give now to the running back. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 22. That's a Vegas first down.
A gain of 22
Those
yards.
outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
19, Tiger, 19, go!
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Taking a shot deep here. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Oh, offense catches a break there.
It's second
After the
down.
incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. Hey.
They're going to pass it here. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it inside the 10. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Raiders continue piling it on here in the 4th. That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again.
Chargers 33.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
Offense in the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. One final shot here. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. This will be the final play of the game.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here he goes, one final shot. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And as we play in October, they have